What's up, Vikings? Coach Vaughn here to show you this part 2 with your Clubbell in this next workout. Now, as I started in my last edition, I said you're getting the best of both worlds, as you would see with the kettlebell and mace put into one. And a lot of you have stated in my comment section, you think clubs are best from a beginner standpoint when first getting into these rather than starting with the mace first, because that long lever length may not be in favor if you have shoulder issues, because it's more manageable with this shorter length, but you can still do a lot of 360 light patterns as you would with the mace to build up to it. And then at the same time, if you have kettlebell experience, this is gonna mold very well with that. So that's what we're gonna master in these 3 exercises I have in this workout. Let's get started. All right, to set up for the first exercise, you wanna get in a wide stance. You can have your toes at 45, you need a little more room for your hips. And you wanna set the club pointed toward the elongated side. So the other side has a bent knee as the other one is extended in that side lunge position with the hips hinged back. You're gonna have that arm locked in, sweeping back and forth, building up that pendulum nice and smooth, and then you're going to really push that hip back to make it decelerate at the top, left to right, smoothly. The knees can track over the toes a bit, but the main thing is just really pushing that hip back and feeling that weight decelerate at the top, left to right. So when I push it to my right, my hip is flexed on the left. So just make it nice and smooth, owning that with the one-arm version on both sides when first doing this. Then you can advance to the hand-to-hand side lunge swings if you really understand that power, decelerating at the top, making it nice and smooth. What you don't want to do is switch it at the bottom at the acceleration point, as you see here. So don't do that bullshit. It's going to look very ugly, very Jillian Michaels-like. Make sure you make it look nice and smooth at the top, left to right there. So when I push that hip in that crease, it's going to just levitate right there, nice and smooth. You can just grab it with that pinky near the pommel, and it'll feel nice and smooth each rep. Next, we're going to do open kneeling windmills. So square off that rear leg when you get in that half kneeling position. And then since we're having a torch position here, you could choke up on the club if you need to help stabilize it. Use that thumb to help press it up like the Statue of Liberty, locking out that arm. Keep that ear away from the bicep, packing down your lat so you have nice space right there to maintain that stability in the shoulder. Pull back that free arm like you're holding a bow and arrow to maintain that tension, and then you're going to push that hip toward that back heel there like a train track. So it's going to hinge with simultaneous spinal rotation. I'm looking up at the barrel of it, keeping my arm aligned with it. See that there? I don't want to go too far back. That's going to impinge my shoulder toward my trap. That's too much down toward my lat, toward my hips. We want it just over the shoulder where I can maintain that alignment, and I come straight up nice and strong with a big chest. Push that hip toward that rear leg again. Come up nice and tall, looking up and down gently with your neck into that spinal rotation each rep. Next, we're going to do swing to squats. You're going to get the club about a foot away from you, hinge at the hips, grab it with 2 hands here. You're going to hike it above the knees and then punch it out into a squat position. So a lot's happening here very quickly because we don't want to go too fast, but because I want you to stand up nice and strong as you see there each rep, dead stopping it. So you see I lock it out at the bottom there, and then I pull it back into that side stack. I drop it down below my knees. And then as soon as I drop down to that squat, I punch it out, locking out my arms, owning that position each rep there. You just need to go knee to hip level, own it each rep, safely set it down once you're done. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that workout. I used a 20-pound club in that workout, and it was still pretty challenging for me, and I've been doing this for years. But as always, if you're a beginner, if you're a man, 15 pounds, woman, 10 pounds. Yes, that's all you need. You do not need to go any heavier than that until you build up that experience level. Go with On It steel clubs. Those are the ones I use. You can use the link in the description. I also have a full ebook program called Got a Club showing you how to use these not just from a single standpoint, but from a double standpoint, and how to warm up with them with Indian clubs, which are just lighter clubs with bigger range of motion patterns to get your shoulders and elbows much healthier for this tool. You can find it at coachvaughn.net. This is Coach Vaughn signing off. Hope you have fun with that.